Welcome to Bike Legend Pro, the channel where we don't just talk about motorcycles, we dissect their soul. We explore the legacy they're built upon and the future they're designed to conquer. Today, we're embarking on a journey unlike any other, a deep dive into one of the most audacious, poetic, and significant motorcycle launches in modern history. We're talking about the 2025 Harley-Davidson Knucklehead. This isn't just a new model, it's a resurrection. It's a bridge made of steel and fire, connecting 1936 to 2025. A name that echoes through history. To truly grasp the magnitude of this moment, we have to fire up the time machine and set the dial for 1936. America was in the grips of the Great Depression. It was an era of dust bowls and bread lines, but also of resilience and a desperate hunger for freedom. And onto that scene, Harley-Davidson dropped a bombshell, the Model EL, forever known as the Knucklehead. It was a quantum leap. Its 61 cubic inch, 1,000 cubic centimeters. Overhead valve V-twin engine was a mechanical revolution, a powerhouse that left its flathead rivals in the dust. But its most enduring feature was its aesthetic. Those rocker boxes, raw and sculpted, looked like a clenched fist, a knucklehead. It was more than a nickname, it was an attitude. That bike became the canvas for the outlaw, the hero, the loner, and the dreamer. It defined the very DNA of the American motorcycle for decades to come. Now, fast forward 89 years. In an age of hyperbikes and electric startups, Harley-Davidson has chosen to revive its most hallowed name. This isn't a lazy exercise in nostalgia. This is a declaration. It's Harley standing at the crossroads of its history and its future, planting a flag and saying, "This is who we are, and this is who we will always be." Design, a painstaking dialogue between eras. The first look at the 2025 Knucklehead is a punch to the gut, in the best way possible. The designers haven't merely copied the old bike. They've channeled its spirit. Every line, every curve, is a conversation between then and now. You see it in the iconic teardrop fuel tank, hand-painted with pinstripes that recall the artisanal craftsmanship of the 30s, but now housing a modern fuel pump and emissions equipment. You see it in the deeply valenced, stamped steel fenders that are achingly classic, yet mounted with modern LED lighting that disappears until it's illuminated, creating a magical haloed effect. The frame is a work of art, a brushed steel, hardtail-look diamond frame that pays homage to the rigid frames of the past. But lean closer. You'll see it's a modern softail design, with a hidden, horizontally mounted rear shock absorber tucked perfectly out of sight. This is the genius of the Knucklehead's design. It gives you the raw, brutal profile of a 1930s machine but delivers the ride quality of a 21st century cruiser. The seat is a hand-stitched leather saddle, brogue-stitched and distressed to look broken in from day one, sitting atop modern, multi-density foam that you'll thank after your first 300-mile day. Performance, the heart of a legend, reanimated. Let's talk about the soul of this beast. Beating in its chest is the mighty Milwaukee-Eight V-twin, but it's been completely reimagined for this application. Dubbed the Knucklehead 117, this engine has been meticulously retuned. The focus isn't on peak horsepower, though with over 120 horsepower on tap, it's certainly not lacking. The focus is on torque character. Harley's engineers studied the original Knucklehead's power delivery, that low-end, earth-moving grunt, and replicated it with modern precision. The throttle response is immediate and visceral. From just off idle, you're met with a wave of torque that feels both ancient and incredibly urgent. The exhaust note is a work of acoustic engineering. That classic, uneven potato-potato idle is preserved, but it evolves into a deep, clean, and authoritative bellow as the revs climb, fully compliant with global noise and emission standards without a hint of artificiality. They've also tackled the traditional Harley challenge of heat management. A new oil cooling system, integrated with more efficient cylinder head finning, keeps the rider's legs comfortable even in city traffic, making this a classic you can actually live with. Technology, the ghost in the machine. This is where the 2025 Knucklehead performs its greatest trick. At a glance, it's pure, unadulterated 1936. But then you start it. The instrumentation is a masterpiece of minimalism. A single, small, circular gauge nestled in the top of the fuel tank mimics the classic speedometer of old. But it's a high-resolution digital display. With a tap of the indicator switch, it cycles through speed, gear position, fuel range, odometer, and trip computer. All presented in a custom, period-correct font. It's utterly seamless. The technology isn't added on, it's woven in. Cornering, enhanced ABS and traction control are standard, using a suite of lean angle sensors to keep you safe without ever intruding on the pure, analog riding experience. You can select ride modes, road, sport, and rain, which alter throttle mapping and TC intervention to suit conditions. And for those who want it, the full suite of Harley-Davidson smartphone connectivity is available. This allows for turn-by-turn navigation, music control, and call handling, all projected onto your phone mounted discreetly on the handlebar, leaving the bike's classic silhouette completely untouched. The ride, time travel at 80 miles per hour. Swing a leg over that leather saddle, and the magic happens. The riding position is sublime, mid-mounted controls and a pulled-back handlebar put you in a classic command posture, but one that's ergonomically optimized for all-day comfort. Twist the throttle, and that massive torque pushes you forward with the kind of effortless authority that only a big V-twin can deliver. The modern suspension soaks up bumps the original Knucklehead would have jarred through your spine, making this a genuine touring-capable machine. It carves through corners with a stability and precision that defies its classic looks. This is a motorcycle that doesn't just play the part, it has the performance to back up the legend. Cultural impact, the ultimate statement piece. Harley-Davidson is selling more than a motorcycle here, it's selling a piece of authenticated legacy. In a market saturated with retro bikes, the Knucklehead stands alone because it isn't retro. It's a direct lineage. It's the resurrection of a king. For the established Harley rider, this is the holy grail, a chance to own a piece of history they thought was forever locked in the past. For a new generation, it's the most authentic entry point into the Harley-Davidson mythos ever created. It's a rolling piece of art, a collector's item from day one, and a statement that in a disposable world, some legends are forever. Price, availability, and final thoughts. Expect the 2025 Knucklehead to command a premium position in the market. This is a limited production, halo model motorcycle. It's not built for the masses, it's built for the faithful, the collectors, and the historians. It will be an investment, a centerpiece, and most importantly, a rider's motorcycle. The 2025 Harley-Davidson Knucklehead is a triumph. It's a brave and brilliant demonstration that the past and future don't have to be at odds. They can be fused together to create something timeless. It proves that heritage isn't about looking back, it's about bringing the very best of your history with you into the future. Closing, Bike Legend Pro. So, what do you think? Is the 2025 Knucklehead the ultimate homage, a masterclass in modern classic design? Or is it a step too far into the past? Could this be the bike that redefines Harley-Davidson's identity for the next decade? Let's get a legend-sized discussion going in the comments below. Tell us your stories, your dreams, and your take on this incredible machine. If you believe some legends deserve a second chapter, hit that like button and subscribe to Bike Legend Pro. We're just getting started. Until next time, keep the rubber side down and the history alive.